Hi everyone, me again. Okay, so this is the other video I was talking about recording tonight. It's almost short enough, but I'm going to record this version and then work on getting to Pocatello. Let's see if I can transition here. Am I about to hit the wrong button? Okay, so here we are. This is the other rule change here I was talking about. This is very short, but it's got some implications. The overview and reasons is it just goes to a very specific part of the state rules and talking about amending the rules. In fact, or in Section 4 of the rule, this part is the part that's already there. The rules of the Idaho Republican Party can only be amended or suspended by the Idaho Republican State Central Committee. Now that's reasonable. And then right after that, I'm putting in all amendments to these rules must be single subject. Now, we'll get into what I had as a presentation here. Ladies and gentlemen of the committee, this is some cleanup and growing pains stuff that is unfortunately necessary. These meetings, like the state rules committee meetings, they're like a convention in some ways and a bit like local meetings in other ways. Fellow Republicans, I'm going to make sure I'm still recording properly right here. Yeah, okay. This stuff is unfortunately necessary. These meetings, like the state rules committee meetings, they're like a convention in some ways and a bit like the local meetings in other ways. Fellow Republicans come from all over the state. This is usually from all districts, counties, regions, etc. A lot of time, effort, and resources go into having these meetings every 6 months. I need to impress upon you that this is not the easiest thing to do. A lot of these Republicans, who come from all areas of the state, come with proposals to be considered by the state party directly. One of these kinds of proposals is naturally rules. In recent years, and this does not follow any particular factional vein, as it turns out, a lot of these proposals definitely have or not respected the time and effort everyone goes through to have this meeting. Some people propose rules that they know won't pass. Or sometimes, and this is in my opinion much more egregious, proposals that have way too many different things stuffed and crammed into single rule changes. Some recent examples include a rule change that changed gendered language of precinct committeemen to also include women, tie vote requirements, and mandatory minimum quorum minimums were all in the same proposal. A rule change that wanted to reduce the representation of counties at conventions also struck language about dues accountability. And then another one was a proposal that crammed in way too many excuses and criteria for an absentee convention delegate scheme. If I put any more effort into it, I'm dead certain that I could find a lot more examples. Also, I am to understand that there was an extremely similar problem with resolutions, and that these are not new issues. So, also, I would like you to consider how long the state rules currently are. 48 pages of the 80-page state rules document are dedicated specifically to the rules of the State Central Committee. That document is getting longer year over year. On top of a lot of other considerations, is being made longer, even longer, because of the random items being shoved in together via these disrespectful proposals. Over the months since the winter meeting, I talked about this situation with a few Idaho legislators. they all said the same thing, that this kind of thing would definitely not fly in the Idaho legislature because of a part of the Idaho Constitution that says all bills have to be pretty much single subject. And if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for us. A lot of, if it's good enough for the Idaho Constitution, specifically um, Article 3, Section 16, I had to stare at the citation there for a moment, then, it's good enough for our state rules. So here before you is the change to put more respect on the time and effort people put into the state level meetings. I shopped around this very language in front of a lot of people I trust at the winter meeting in January. Even people even people who like to disagree with me thought it was a good idea. So with that and your help, I'm hoping to get this passed. Now, this is the part where I ask for questions, yield my time back, yada yada. Instead, if you are viewing this video before about 5 p.m. on June 20 in the year of our Lord 2025 and would like to ask questions or just talk to me about this, either leave a comment below or just drop me a line. I'm going to now stop recording and contemplate my life. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, y'all have a good night. Blessings.